Hi, Internet viewers. This is Frank Rauscher again. Just want to let you know I'm splitting up the video, so if it seems a little not right, I'm doing that now. So we're still putting the markings into the breast area, the line work, and I'll show you that shortly here. So bear with me. Just to bring it up. Okay, so there we are there. Let me do a little bit down here. I think I'm getting a little, just going to drag that down, and that down. There we go. So I'm going to rinse my brush out. I'm going to dry this and thoroughly now. I hope you can see that. You get the gist of what we're trying to do there. Want to make this really dry. And I noticed the pink is coming through again. So I'm going to try to go back one more time. Make sure you clean your brush out so you get all the color out. I'm going to go back and I'm going to pick up some of that heavier white just up in here and see if I can hide some of that pink. Just up in here. Now, when I do this, I am going to drag some of the white between these lines here, like so. Okay, so that the white isn't so stark at the top. I'm going to like carry the white down into here so that it doesn't look like we tried to change it just at the top. So I'm just going to drag this through. And I want to make sure I can get rid of that pink somewhat. So, and I don't want it to just look so localized white. I'll come back and just hit between these lines here that we created without going into them. See, I'm using a very thin brush just to get this white so that it doesn't have a real line of demarcation. I try to drag it so that the white looks like it's carrying down, because on the next wash we're going to subdue all this. Okay, so here we are. I tried to not leave it so white at the top, but pull it in a little bit. Now I'm going to dry it. You want to dry this pretty good now, because what we're going to do is put a wash all over this to subdue the white so it doesn't look so bright, okay? And we may even come back in with a little bit of the red to get some of that edging in there better. But we need to get this thing dry really well. So I'm coming in here and I'm really going to let this hair dryer really work to get everything dry. Okay. I'm going to try the old touch thing and see if anything comes off. Okay, I think we're good. Now, I'm going to go to the larger brush, rinse that out just to get it wet. And then I'm going to add some water over here. Now, we had a watered down, here's our raw umber, and I had it over here watered down, but I'm going to water it even more. So it's really faint. When I touch it to the paper towel, you can see there's hardly that much color. I'm going to put a little bit more in there. Probably get it all in there. There you go. And then let me see if I can find a clear spot on here. And see, it's not that much of a color coming off of that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to come in here over that white, and this will pick up some of the texturing that we had in there. It'll subdue the white and make the white look dirtier, but it's still going to stay white. I'm sorry, I'm drifting again. Hope you've seen that, but I'm putting a wash right on up to where the red is, and I wash that in there. And again, this is so, what it's doing, it's just making it look dirtier, that's all, the white. But it tones it down. It's still white. The bird is white in the breast, but it's not a bright white. So I'm toning this down with that umber. And that should do it, see? See how that comes? Now, I'm going to come back in right here and just be gentle as I go through and over here, just so the paint stays. And that's what you want to get, okay? Now, I'm going to dry that again. Rinse my brush out, don't forget that. That's a must. Clean out that paint. And then I'm going to come in here and I'm going to dry that. Getting that pretty good. And I think I know why I have a problem with the paint. The problem is I'm using the red that we used to brighten up the top of the head, but really what we were using here was, it's called red oxide. And it's this, and it's like it's a red with a little brown in it, okay? And you can see it there. It almost looks like what I call a brick color. Yep, excuse me. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in with some water. And I'm going to stir this up. This almost looks like the raw umber that I have over here, but this is a little brighter and it has a little more red in it. I don't know what the exact combination, I call it like a reddish brown. And what I'm going to do, don't go into that red. I'm going to come over here and just go and keep it light. This is really watered down. This is a wash. I'm going to come in here and I'm just going to go the opposite way, like we were trying to break this up in the red area. I'm sorry, I'm drifting away from the screen. So what I'm doing is I'm coming back with this, and it's not strong, but it'll take care of that pink and still give me some breakups between the white and what would be like the red. Okay, so we got a little bit more to do here, and I think that'll do it. So I would say we're good at this point. Now on the next one, we'll refine the beak a little bit more as far as the painting, and on the next video, and then we'll start considering mounting it. We're getting very close to where this should be. I see we need to darken a little bit more in here, and I'll show you how to do that on the next video as well. And we'll finish the beak, and then we should be ready for mounting. So I hope you got something out of this one too. And if you would, give me a thumbs up. And if you would subscribe to my channel, you'll help me out again. And I appreciate that. And I'll see you on the next video. Thanks a lot. Bye now.